Have you ever felt as if you're on an emotional roller coaster and can't seem to get off? This sensation, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call emotional dysregulation, and it's often a telling aftermath of male narcissistic abuse. Imagine the case of Jane, a survivor of such abuse. One moment, she's brimming with joy, and the next, she's plunged into a deep well of sadness. Her emotions, like a pendulum, swing from one extreme to another, leaving her feeling lost and exhausted. It's as if she's constantly walking on eggshells, never knowing when the next emotional outburst might occur. This unpredictable emotional whirlwind is a hallmark of narcissistic abuse, a manipulative tactic designed to keep the victim off balance. But it's important to remember that Jane, like you, is more than a victim. She's a survivor. Remember, your emotions are not your enemy. They are just trying to communicate, so let's understand them better. Now that we understand emotional dysregulation, how can we manage it? One crucial step is recognizing your emotional triggers. These are specific events, people, or situations that can evoke intense, often overwhelming emotions. Let's consider a real-life example. Let's say every time you hear a certain song, it reminds you of a past event that brings up feelings of sadness or anger. This song is your emotional trigger. Now, the key is not to avoid hearing this song altogether. Instead, it's about learning to manage your emotional reaction when you do encounter it. How? Well, mindfulness and deep breathing are two powerful tools. When you feel the emotional wave coming, pause. Take a deep breath. Ground yourself in the present moment and remind yourself that you are safe. You are in control. Remember, managing triggers is not about avoidance, but about understanding and having control over your reactions. How can we bounce back from the emotional turmoil caused by narcissistic abuse? A key component is emotional resilience, the ability to adapt and bounce back from adversity. This resilience isn't built overnight, but through consistent self-care and positivity. Prioritize self-care routines that nurture your mind, body, and spirit. This could be a 10-minute meditation in the morning, a walk in the park, or simply enjoying a cup of tea in silence. Positive affirmations can also be a powerful tool. By repeating phrases like, "I am strong," "I am deserving of respect," and "I am capable of healing," you can start to reshape your self-perception and reinforce your resilience. Consider the case of Jane, a survivor who rebuilt her emotional resilience through these strategies. She found strength in her daily routines and affirmations, gradually regaining her sense of self-worth and stability. Remember, healing is not a straight line, but each step you take brings you closer to emotional stability. How can we protect ourselves from further emotional harm? The answer lies in setting boundaries. Boundaries are like invisible lines that define what we are comfortable with and what we are not. They help us maintain our emotional health and ensure we are treated with respect. Imagine a woman named Sarah. Sarah was caught in a cycle of emotional abuse. She realized that she needed to protect herself, so she started setting boundaries. She made it clear what behavior she would not tolerate, and she stuck to it. Over time, she noticed a significant improvement in her emotional well-being. Setting boundaries can be challenging, especially if you've been in a situation where your boundaries were consistently violated. It may feel uncomfortable at first, but remember, it's a necessary step towards healing and regaining control over your life. Here are a few tips. Be clear about your boundaries, communicate them respectfully, and most importantly, stick to them. Remember, setting boundaries is not about shutting people out, it's about respecting and protecting yourself. Who can we turn to for help on our healing journey? It's vital to seek support from trusted individuals and groups. Sharing your stories and emotions can be incredibly therapeutic. Let's consider Jane's story. Jane found solace in her local support group, where she met others who understood her struggles. Through sharing and listening, Jane began to heal. This network became her lifeline, her beacon of hope. Remember, you're not alone. There are many people who want to help and support you. How can we rebuild our self-worth after narcissistic abuse? It starts by understanding that you are deserving of love and respect. Cultivate positivity through daily affirmations and self-compassion. Think about Jane, a survivor who started her transformation by repeating, "I am worthy, I am strong, I am enough," every day. She embraced her weaknesses, celebrated her strengths, and gradually, she began to reclaim her self-worth. And you can too. Remember, you are worthy of love, respect, and kindness. Don't let anyone make you believe otherwise.